Hi, welcome everyone. As Frances said, I'm Elysze Held, and I'm the fashion editor for socialmiami.com. And as I'm looking around, I have a column called Who Wore What to Wear. And I'm looking around and I know so many people here who I've photographed and written about and featured in my column because you dress great. And that's the only criteria. You dress great and you'll get in. And I want to introduce you tonight. There's two women here who not only dress great, who dress us great, but they have literally redefined American sportswear. So let's give them all a hand first. They certainly have. But before I start with the questions for you two girls, which I have many, I have a question for our audience. Has everybody seen this tag? Their hang tag says, California eccentric, the gloves are off. I mean, that is quite a statement, isn't it? The gloves are off. Talk about fashion. How did you come up with that?
Oh my gosh. Okay, don't think about that too closely. We just like to have fun and we don't take ourselves seriously, but the gloves are off. We're obsessed with fashion and we're doing it again.
And we're doing it our way.
You're doing it your way. That's the best way to do it. So would you say the biggest part of your aesthetic is to have fun?
Absolutely.
Yes.
That's great.
To have fun, to make really good clothes that we want to wear.
Wonderful.
So fashion has to be fun. I mean, you look at us. I mean, we have blue hair and we're crazy and you can't take yourself too seriously.
Exactly. You two have such a synergy together. How did you meet each other? How did you get together?
It's a very LA story. We met filling in for somebody when they were in rehab.
An LA story. That's right. That's right.
23 years ago.
Wow. And how did you get on the path? I mean, you have almost a sixth sense when it comes to mainstream American fashion. How did you set on this path?
We just love clothes.
You really have to make it about yourself. We make what we want to wear, what we are obsessed with, and thank God other people are obsessed with the same thing.
I mean, most girls are obsessed with clothes.
Most girls are obsessed.
And some men.
Who's obsessed with clothes? Can we hear who's obsessed with clothes? Definitely. And you're an American obsession right now, especially with your line. I just want to point out this first rug. I've had my eye on it since they were in Women's Wear Daily in February. It's number on the top 5 of my must-haves for the fall season. But I just want to say, I know that when I show up anywhere in this vest, Lynn Martinez from Deco Drive is definitely going to take this from me. And you'll see it on Deco Drive, I'm sure. It doesn't matter if it's 90 degrees out, you'll probably see it on her this week.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, you're welcome. Tell us what your highest fashion moments are.
I think when we went to the Couture with Vogue and our show that we just had in September, Fall Fashion Week, was incredible. In the parking garage of Lincoln Center, and all the editors were there, standing in the freezing cold.
You know, you have
Anna Wintour outside freezing.
Oh, a sight to see! A sight to see. That must have been really wonderful. Wonderful. I hope you all get a chance to look on their website and see the video that stars Theodora Richards. It's beautiful and it's set against the redwoods in Muir Woods, and it's really exquisite. And they have a scene from it right here. But it's just it's a work of art, and I really applaud you for that.
Thank you.
We're so happy to be here. We love Miami.
Your tag also says California eccentric. But wouldn't you say that, I mean, you have gold lame, lightweight, unbelievably sexy dresses. Wouldn't you say they were made for Miami?
That's our Miami dress.
Yeah, it is.
Can we bring out that dress? This is definitely a Miami dress. Look at this. It's fabulous. Tell us about the boots. Is that also in your line?
Well, the boots we made for our show in New York, we're wearing them in white. They're not available yet, but they will be.
And they're python.
They're python.
Yeah.
Okay, they're beautiful. They're beautiful. And so you have them in black and in white, and
brown.
Is that in your resort line, or will that be?
No, we're making some now for spring that are sick beyond amazing. You'll have to wait and see those. They're fantastic.
Okay. You have such an amazing feel to everything, the fit, the fabrics, everything in your collection. I mean, you have lame, you have fur, you have knits, you have a lot of leather. What started you on this path?
Well, this is an example of what we're into now. We're obsessed with dresses, and this is kind of a day for night dress because you can tone it down with the leather jacket if you take that off, and you can really dress it up in a crazy way with a fur piece over it, or add a fur piece to that. And you can wear that with, to me, you can wear that with flip-flops as well, in a toned down kind of way.
That's exactly
In Miami.
In
with
Miami.
a mojito and some chips.
No, it's true. We're all about sexy high heels to go with this dress too in Miami.
You should take your jacket off so they can see the back and the sleeves.
This is fabulous. So, show the back of the dress. This is fabulous. Can I see this jacket for a second? You know, I want to tell you all that as a stylist, I tell my clients the most important thing in choosing any clothes are fit and fabric. And the most, actually even more than the fabric, is the fit. But I cannot tell you how many women put on a jacket and they start fooling around with their shoulders as if they're going into a boxing ring rather than sitting at dinner to see if the shoulders fit and everything. Look at how these two girls have nailed it with this shoulder. It's got ruching on the shoulder. I tried on this jacket in the showroom. It's an unbelievable fit. So how did you come up with that?
We kind of were into shoulders this season for fall, so all of the dresses have sort of an accentuated shoulder. This one does, that jacket was. We were sort of playing with shoulder and back detail.
We love a very sexy silhouette, and the shoulder does that.
Great. Who would you say were your style influences? Someone or an era?
I mean, we love Anita Pallenberg.
Oh, of course.
There's so many it girls that have influenced us.
She kind of was the girl that was on our minds when we were doing this.
So it was pretty much like a 70s era that you're looking at.
70s, but mixed up, because this first collection was very autobiographical. It was what we were obsessed with wearing and what we wanted to make for ourselves. So really, Pam was my muse and I was her muse. And then we sort of, one day,
Ripped off that.
both of us went
Ripped
crazy.
off it. That's
Yeah.
great. That's great. You really have this fine-tuned. I'll tell you, this line is very fine-tuned.
Okay. What's next?
What's next for you two? Where are you
We're gonna
going
make
next?
clothes we're obsessed with until we can't.
Well, you're in, well, you're in a whole new chapter in your careers, so definitely. So tell us, we have a question here at socialmiami.com because we are the party we are definitely, I mean, Social Miami, we are the party people in town. We want to know what was that party that Valentino threw for you during Couture Week. We want to know about it, but I personally want to know what you wore.
Well, we wore Juicy because it was juicy, and we embroidered tracksuits for all of them. So Valentino's was a red tracksuit with Vava embroidered on it.
They were obsessed with them. Yeah.
It's really all they wanted to do was just open the bags and take their tracksuits out. But it was incredible. Giancarlo Giametti has the most psychotic apartment ever, filled with insane art. It was unbelievable.
That's fabulous. So you have really, really had quite a ride in this business.
Incredible.
Yeah.
A dream come true.
A dream come true. Well, I hope everyone gets a chance to look over at their line and enjoy yourselves tonight. Thank you all so much.
Thank you for coming.